Hey guys, so today I wanted to make a video specifically about my drains because originally I thought I would like write down a bunch of questions, but today actually in a couple hours I have to go back to MD Anderson. Let me sit back a little. To MD Anderson and they might remove my drains because they're just producing like way little fluid, but I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. I just kind of wanted to show you what they're looking like, how I've been feeling, and just like specifically talk about my drains. So I just want to quickly say, a lot of people say that drains are super uncomfortable. They are uncomfortable, but honestly, like most of the time I forget they're there until, I mean, the first couple of days, like obviously this area does feel tender. When they're cleaning it, it does feel tender, but over time it kind of feels a little less. And also just because I just don't like body stuff, like if you're okay with that stuff, I think you'd be fine. The only time that they do bother me like 1 week post mastectomy is basically just when they get stuck on things. So I don't know, the easiest way that I could explain it is just like before we had Bluetooth earphones, you know, we had the plug-in earphones that you put to your phone or whatever, and how those would get stuck on like a lot of things whenever you just wear them. That's what I would kind of say, is they get yanked on that, and of course sometimes like it's your skin, right? So like pulling on your skin, right? I remember the first couple days the fluid was red, but now it's pretty yellow, so you can kind of see, and that's how they said it would get over time. Luckily, I didn't have any complications as far as my drains, because I know some people say that they get fluid build up here. Maybe that's after they take off their drains, but I just haven't had those complications, or at least not yet. After you get out of the hospital, they do tell you that like it'll be bruised, it'll be swollen, but honestly, like it's not a big deal. I do also, I guess I should go grab it. Hold on. I use this as my pillow. I know a lot of women buy, also if you don't know, I only had a mastectomy on one side, just so we kind of are all on the same page, and I have videos on that touching up on my story or whatever. A lot of women use the heart-shaped pillows, and I was already buying like so many things for mastectomy. I saw this and I was like, I feel like this could do the job, and honestly it did. Like this was just something that I already had. But definitely like this is helpful as far as like when I'm laying down, and because I had a single side, right? A single side mastectomy or whatever. I can, I mean, you can lay on your back, right? Which everyone can if you had a double, but I can also lay on my side. The only thing is, of course, your arm wants to like lay on your body, but that obviously hurts. So that's when I use this as well for sleeping, so that my arm doesn't rest on my drains, which is uncomfortable for sure. I feel like even if you did feel pain from the drains, you don't really feel it that much in the beginning because you're on painkillers basically most of the time, like at night and during the day. But I remember after I woke up from my surgery, I've just seen these things so much. I was like as in like I'd been researching it so much. So to me, like when I woke up from my surgery, immediately after they have you on like supervision, and I had, you know, a nurse with me, and she was super nice, even though I think I was like awake for like probably no more than like 3 minutes or something like that. But I looked down because I was like trying to find these, because like I didn't even feel them, but I was like, do I have the famous drains? Like, are these the drains that they give you? And she said, yeah, obviously. And I didn't even feel my expander at that point. Like, you don't feel any of this, guys. Like, I swear the surgery is probably the easiest part, because you just go in, you go to sleep, and it's done. But I want to show you my drains and what they're looking like. So hopefully you can kind of see here. Like I said, here I have a little belt, and I've kind of shown you how my bloating has been looking in my previous vlogs. So go check that out if you want to see like how I looked bloated, and then how it's kind of gone down. And today I don't know if I already said that they might take these out. So I've just been using a lot of button-up shirts. This is definitely something that you need. In the future, I think I'll come out with a video that is like kind of just like an in-depth like what I use for my mastectomy, so that you guys can kind of know. An expander video is coming soon. But right after my mastectomy, I used something that they put around, and they gave it to me in the hospital, that is like a belt that goes around your neck, but the expander really brings your body, like since it's so tight, you kind of start I don't know, like having bad posture, which is hard to fight honestly, but whatever. We'll touch up on that in the next video. So I switched from that to this belt that I had already ordered, but the belt was super helpful in the first couple days. But I mean, sorry, the one that goes around your neck, and now this is more helpful to me. But basically, these are what the drains look like. I have two. I had from the single mastectomy, and they just kind of hold your fluid, and they'll teach you how to clean them. And it's kind of interesting just because, like, after you clean them, you make sure that you leave them in this position to be a little vacuum. I don't really have that much fluid. So, and then as far as what they look like from the side, which is something like that, which is, you know, really kind of gross to me. But I could also just like feel them like in there, like on the sides of my skin, but I can't actually feel them inside my body. Like I think it's so funny how you get used to things. Like even just like the mastectomy, I'm kind of getting used to the feeling, and like it does kind of feel a little bit more like my body over time. But yeah, I just wanted to touch up on that before they remove them, and hopefully, like if they remove them, I'll try to like show it in my video clip, which I will insert after. But that's just kind of general, like how they've been looking like for me. I really would say that they're not that bad in my personal experience. I don't think that they're that bad. Annoying, yes, they do get stuck to things, but like they're not like really painful. They might be painful when they are removed, and of course you just have to clean it. I would, like, obviously this is just my experience, but I would say like the first couple days when they are cleaning them, it does honestly like feel like they're yanking your skin, and again, it does feel tender, but that goes down over time basically. I would actually really suggest that you get this belt. As far as showering, we're still kind of trying to figure that out, and I did buy a lanyard, but I feel like it's still kind of like it doesn't really hold too well. They are a little heavy in the shower. You can still shower in these, you just don't want to like soak them in water. I hope that was super helpful. Make sure you buy a lot of button-up shirts, and I think this is I'm going to go to the hospital today. And now we're going to go into the vlog, and I will have showered by then. Today I'm coming in a little later than I normally come in. I normally come in before like 1 or something, but today it's just a later visit. And I'm gonna show you actually my drains. And I just kept the belt in, and luckily I have this shirt that like kind of covers everything. It's so funny because I thought I would return this shirt, but obviously not. I'm determined to try to read my book, or at least start it. I also have been behind on like my podcasts and stuff. Like, this is the weirdest thing ever, I think. Yeah, so I hope today I can take off my drains, and I'm super excited. I'm just really, really excited, you guys. Okay, we're about to find out what he says about my drains. I was hoping I can get one removed. Sorry, both removed. But it looks like I'll be taking off only one, according to one of the, I think she's a nurse practitioner. So I guess we'll see about that. Sometimes they make me wait like a good minute. So it is good to have like your book, or like fully charged phone, or make sure you bring your AirPods, or like have videos to listen to or watch or whatever. I'm getting sleepy, and I'm pretty sure I was the last person here today. It is 4:38 to be exact. I literally just had it removed, and like she said that the worst part is thinking it's gonna hurt, so I just kind of like looked away, and she's like cutting the incisions, and she did it immediately after. So like it really just kind of feels like they're tugging on your skin like hard, but like for like 1 second, and then it's gone. She's like, that was it? And I looked up, and she had taken the whole strip out. I was like, what? It only feels a little bit painful in that area, but not where it's located in your breast. So I'm just like super surprised. Also, we're not expanding yet. She said in a couple weeks. I still don't know my treatment, which is something that she wanted answers for, but I'm just so surprised. Like, I'm so surprised. Guys, I am good to go. I just saw my doctor, and I think everyone wants to go home here, so I just have to pick up a couple things, like my list, extra supplies, and unfortunately it's hard for me to put on this shirt, so I think I just won't button it. I need to call my sister. But I wanted to say one thing. I really like my plastic surgeon and his team like so much. Like, I also love my breast surgeon, but I don't know why. My plastic surgeon, I just like love his team, and he's maybe because he's like, he says that I have great questions. That just means I ask too many, I think. But I'm totally okay with that. Yeah, but I'm gonna get dressed, call my sister, and then we will be out of here. And I hope this was super helpful for you guys. I don't know. I think I'm gonna wear this next time I come. Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I actually just want to show you guys. It's so empty here, and I'm like the last person here, so I thought I would show you what this area looks like. This is the waiting room. I did not put on this shirt correctly, honestly. I didn't put on the buttons, but it's fine. And normally I come to the elevator here. Let me show you. And then we get two. Guys, I'm by myself, so I can totally show you guys around. Give you a tour of my new home. And typically you get off of the escalator and you get off of the elevator and then come down the escalator. But I wanted to say, oh my gosh, you guys, I get out of breath so quickly, like, because with the masks and just this expander, which I did ask my doctor about. And then typically I'm here in this little waiting area, waiting for my sister. I think on level 5 of this building that I'm in, you can go and get, like, there's coffee or something. I think it was level 5, and there's like a cafe, and that coffee is Starbucks, right? That's what I'm talking about when I say coffee. Right now I'm just waiting for my sister, which is good. I have like a little time to myself. I think my next doctor's appointment is this Friday, but he wasn't too sure, so I don't know. So I just want to touch up on something that I may have not covered in my update when I was over there. But basically, they took off my gauze that I had that was covering my, my actual breast. They had like a little padding in between my breast and my bra. They removed that completely, and now this is what it's looking like, which is really not that bad. And I actually have to go in on Friday because they might start adding in something in there. But switching from air to saline, I think is what it's called. But I just think it's incredible how like I'm adjusted, how it's okay. Like a lot of grace period. It really doesn't look that bad, honestly. Obviously you can kind of tell it's a little uneven, but like not what I thought it would be. And also they just kept reminding me that like it's all temporary, like it won't look like this. That was basically kind of what that experience was like. I was so surprised about the drain removal. It was, well, okay, so we only removed one, right? But I was so surprised. Yeah, we were doing pretty good. They were also surprised to hear that I said that the pain that I'm having is really just from my expander, but I don't really feel my drains, like they don't bother me. And as far as the drain removal, honestly, it just went by pretty quickly, so it wasn't that big a deal. I think I covered everything, and by Friday I should have this drain removed. Hey guys, so it's a different day, and I really thought I was gonna stop filming when I did before, but we're gonna take out my drains again because apparently it's just time. So I'm gonna be drainless. Can you believe? I can't believe. And also I'm gonna be TMI, but I've just been experiencing so much like diarrhea. Like right before I came in, I checked in and I had to go to the bathroom so bad. And I'm assuming it's just because my body's trying to catch up. Like, I don't know. And also, I was gonna say, okay, sorry, I'm taking this off. I'm assuming the bloating's going down, but it hasn't completely gone down. And one more thing I was gonna say. And then she asked me like how I'm doing mentally to this doctor, or to this like nurse or nurse practitioner, I don't know who she is. I had told her that I was just worried about how I would feel like looking at myself in the mirror. But honestly, and this was something I told her, I was just so proud. Like, I'm just like really proud. How could you not be? Like, I mean, obviously it's not how I'm gonna look forever, especially not right after the surgery, no way. But I'm just so proud. And also I have such important and good news for you guys. we'll just wait. I'll have to tell you guys soon.
You documenting everything?
Yes.
Very cool.
When I told everyone how bad it was, everyone was surprised, but it really wasn't bad.
The drain coming out, or
they're just trying to imagine what the drain is like, and I tell them that it wasn't that, like, it kind of was for 1 second, but then it's gone. Like that.
It's up.
That one was so much better than the other one too.
Good.
I remember when I first came in to see Dr. Largo. I think someone else was it before you, right?
You met probably one of our fellows.
I remember after I met you, I wasn't nervous anymore, and I felt amazing.
Good. I'm glad. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want you to feel.
I really I love my plastic surgery team.
Good. Thank you.
Guys, I'm so happy right now because they just took off my other drain. My body's kind of looking a little normal again. I can probably shower myself now, right? I told my medical team that I was just so happy about them. But now I'm gonna call my sister and I should be getting home soon. Guys, so I'm here at this cafe while I'm actually waiting for my sisters to come pick me up because my sister came in town, one of my other sisters came in town. I came to this cafe because I was just gonna pick up water. So, right in the entrance, they have my favorite, which is chickpea chips or something like that. And I want to eat them, but I don't want to take off my mask. I think maybe I'll just wait. But as far as my water, even though I have to take off my mask for my water, I think I'll just wait for the chips. But ultimately, it's because my sister said that because I had to go to the bathroom so bad, I should be drinking my water. And also because the reason why I had to go to the bathroom so bad, because I was still taking my antibiotic, the one that they give you after the hospital, because I didn't know when I was supposed to stop taking them. No one really said, so that's why I had to keep going. So because that normally doesn't happen to me, and I really hope you guys can hear me, but that normally doesn't happen to me. I've never really had a problem with digestion as far as that goes until recent events. It's just a good week, good day, so many good things today. Okay guys, so before we conclude this video, I just wanted to kind of touch base with you. They removed my last drains, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. But they removed my last drain this past Friday, so I've had a week since the removal. And currently I'm filming 2 extra videos. I'm doing a get ready with me. I've gotten feedback on radiation, hormone therapy, and things like that. So if you guys are interested, sorry, I'm cleaning my glasses. If you guys are interested in that, just wait for that. It'll be out soon. They removed my drain. That one was so much better than the other one. About a week ago, and it's that whole thing where you feel free all of a sudden, right? And that's sort of how I was feeling after. And I have the drain belt, and I think I'm gonna give it away, but that's a whole other thing. It's been 1 week since I got those drains removed. I kind of want to show you how my body's looking a little bit. As far as the bloating, I still experience it so bad. Wearing my jeans, because you still have to do daily things, and I'm living in a suitcase, right? So obviously you didn't pack well enough for these things. Initially, the start of my whole journey, it was still cold, and now, because I live in Texas, it's so freaking hot right now. I'm not prepped correctly, I guess, but wearing my jeans is difficult. It hurts. I still have some bloating for sure. And this is sort of what's remaining of the residue. Oh, it's scabby, really scabby, just bloating, but yeah, scabbing. And I still have my bra. If you guys are curious also as how I'm looking as far as scar, for me, for my mental health, I can't see the whole thing yet. When I shower, luckily, I take off my glasses because I can't see, but it's really not that bad. It's just I just get really lightheaded with these things, and I don't want to get lightheaded in the shower. But yeah, you can kind of see my scar, and I find that I feel kind of good about it, just because everyone says I'm healing well, but also the scar will, and this is not about scars, this video is not specifically, but I'm just touching up on it. I'm gonna have reconstruction, so that scar won't be going away super soon just yet, because we're gonna go back in there, and that is a whole other video. And I actually have a video on it as far as what questions to ask your plastic surgeon, etc, etc. And the one that I'm filming next is like I said, hormone therapy. It's gonna be a get ready with me, first time getting ready since my surgery. So it's been 2 weeks and a half. I am posting on Instagram again because you guys voted. I asked you, and A lot of you said that you don't use that app, but there was still a good percentage of you that said that you wanted me to update you on Instagram. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and follow my Instagram where I'm going to be updating you. I have already started updating you on my stories. Also, if you see it and you feel like I don't have enough things or I'm not that active, totally I'm not offended. When people are not active, I understand why I wouldn't follow them basically. But yeah, I'm going to try to be active on there and update you as far as that goes. And the reason why I'm expanding is, and I'll probably talk about this a little later, and like I know that no one asked, as far as business wise, if that I want this to become a bigger thing for me and, you know, make money on the side for this and pay my debt, my medical debt, it's smart to expand your business on other platforms. And maybe this will even, other people can reach out from all ages as far as their experience, and hopefully like this is really helpful. I really just want to learn and teach others about what I'm going through and what my experience is like. But yeah, I'm now on Instagram in case you guys are interested in that. Anyway, about drains. Removal feels like I feel free now. Also, I thought I would ask an additional questions that you guys might have about them. Honestly, like I really didn't really feel that much pain from the drains, which is something that I've already touched upon. As far as pain medication, I did try to stop taking them within that first week, and I would just be taking the antibiotics. My doctor did say, if you could hear that, they said that once all the drains are removed, don't take the antibiotics. But now this week I feel like sometimes I eat things and I have diarrhea.
There you go. Are we still on antibiotics?
Yes.
Okay, you could stop taking those.
Oh, okay.
Drains are all out, so you can stop antibiotics.
Okay, perfect.
Those might be actually, so pain medication bloats us, makes us constipated. Antibiotics can run through us and make us diarrhea. So
I feel like they should have told me that sooner, just because like I was really having to go, and now my body's still just trying to catch up as far as digestion. It's not doing too good. Some women, especially in the groups that I'm on online, have talked about like infection, and luckily I did not have any, which is a good thing. Obviously. The thing is exercising your arms. You basically like you get a set of exercises to do, and then once your drains are removed, you get other exercises to do, similar but a few more. If I'm being honest, like yesterday was actually such a bad day because of the news that I got, and like that was the first day that I fell asleep without doing any of the exercises, which is obviously very, very bad. It's funny that you, within these like throughout your treatment, there's so much that you have to get adjusted to, and please don't skip your exercises. Like I'm obviously not a doctor, I don't do what I did obviously, but that is what I did. In addition, what tends to happen is after your mastectomy, depending on which lymph nodes they removed, you can typically get swelling, and I did not get any swelling, which is great. Yeah, so remember to do your exercises. You're supposed to do them 3 times a week. I meant to say a day, not a week, a day. Something to remember is what they tell you is they give you a whole list of things after you have that surgery, what you want to avoid, which is like the sun. Make sure you wear sunscreen when you go out. Don't get exposed to direct sunlight for too long at least, and you don't want to get any needles drawn here or anything like that. If they're going to check your blood pressure, don't do it on that arm. Things like that you want to look out for, as well as sweating. I don't know if that's like forever or is that just for time being. Also, if you have had this done, what's up with the whole like you have to bring your own tools to the, like you can't cut your cuticles, so you have to bring your own tools when you go get your nails done? Like I understand why, but like how do you guys do it? Like, do you guys really just bring your whole kit and then tell the nail person like, no, don't cut off my cuticles? Like, I'm just wondering. Like, I'm just like really curious, because that's like another thing that like is like, what? Going back to the whole pain thing, I did want to say that yes, I weaned off of the medication that they gave me. I would still feel pain here, so what I kept doing, I would think that I would recommend this too about the drains. What I kept doing is I took CBD oil just for the pain in case I had any, and just kind of to help me lower my anxiety if I was feeling any. But also I would definitely check with your doctor about the CBD thing, because there's sometimes that it's appropriate and sometimes that it's not. So I would just ask your doctor, because it is a blood thinner. In the group that I'm at on Facebook, it's so funny, like I actually talked to someone on there, or I scheduled a phone call with her just to talk about like mastectomy and mastectomy experiences and the drains and blah blah blah. I remember she was like an older woman, and she had told me that her doctor had said like, yes, although you want to take out your drains as soon as possible, why is this so overexposed? Although you want to take out your drains as soon as possible, it's just better to like let it do its own thing and like drain by itself at the right timing, just because you don't want any like build up there. For some women I've seen, I want to show you guys. For some women I've seen them have like their reconstruction looking a lot different than than mine does. Like I don't know, like it literally doesn't really look like it's just like skin, like sorry, bone and then your implant. Like it looks very smooth, but I don't know if that's because the swelling's still going down and if that's how it'll look forever. But what was I talking about? Back to what I spoke with one of the other survivors. So she basically said that her doctor didn't recommend that, you know, you just like take them all off, even though I definitely want to take them all off at the same time. After I removed the first one, I did notice that the other one just was working what the original one would be doing. So it had a little bit more fluid than I was seeing in that second drain. So it's good. Like, you know, you shouldn't just try to rush it. But also she had said that in her experience, what she was seeing is like the more that she did things, like obviously like walking and stuff, but the more that she was doing things, getting up and doing extra things, the more fluid she would see. So she really tried to just, you know, do what she needed to and then tried to stay on the couch and stuff, which honestly is kind of difficult. I didn't have them, she had them I think for 3 weeks. I didn't have them for that long, and it just feels like you're doing something wrong just because of the way that society currently is. But I guess that was just something that I wanted to touch up on. Again, I'm not a doctor, maybe you should be moving around way more than that, but just know that sometimes you could have your drains longer, and that it doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. You just don't want to get an infection or buildup of fluid, because the buildup will look, I'm sorry, it's just I get grossed out. I should never become a doctor. I would be talking to my clients like that, or sorry, my patients like that. But basically, like, it'll turn black because it's like your blood buildup like underneath there, and luckily I did not have that problem. Honestly, like, removing the drains was nothing scary, and it wasn't honestly too painful. So if you're going through this journey, I totally understand. The drains honestly were like annoying, but it's not the worst part of this journey at all. But I'm assuming a lot of you watching this are just curious, and as far as like what that would feel like. So hopefully I covered all of your questions, and if you guys have any more questions, I keep playing with my hair just because I watched it today, but if you guys have any more questions, please leave them down below, and I will tell you guys super duper soon.